It's Friday, August the 10th, and this is your Barbados Today Evening News Update. So glad you could join us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Topping the news at this hour, the troubles of the South Coast Sewage Project are far from over. Today, Energy and Water Resources Minister Wilfred Abrams revealed that the $3.7 million injection well project built by the former Democratic Labour Party government as a short to medium-term fix for the South Coast sewage crisis was a waste of taxpayers' money. According to Abrams, the 6 wells have failed. As a result, he says government must now find another $2.4 million to fund a new short-term fix. Speaking to reporters at his office at Country Road, Abrams explained that since the wells are currently overwhelmed, the Barbados Water Authority has been forced to divert effluent through the Graham Hall swamp.
There being no other backup system, when the wells became clogged, we had no option but to release the overflow into the canals on the side of Graham Hall, which were actually built there for the purpose of an emergency situation such as this. The difficulty came in is we didn't know the capacity of the wells. We don't know the capacity of what is coming into the plant for a reason I'm going to explain to you later. So you're dealing with an unexpected flow at all times, and you try to manage that flow as best as possible to divert it into the wells and also divert the overflow into the swamp with as little overflow going into the swamp as possible.
Abrams says government has no intention of returning to days when sewage was flowing freely on the streets of the South Coast. He said to keep the streets dry, government has to build a temporary outfall.
It is not simply a matter of just getting the sewage off the street. We have to get the sewage off the street. We have to control where it goes. We have to look at the fixes, and we also have to create other options in case the fixes did not work, because we cannot put all our eggs in one basket. This was too dire. We are about to start the construction of an 8-inch outfall off of Graham Hall, a temporary outfall, because we cannot keep subjecting the swamp to what has been happening recently. So that will be built.
In other news now, big celebrations this evening as Education Minister Santia Bradshaw revealed that 23 students will be awarded Barbados scholarships this year. She made the announcement at a news conference at Erdiston Teachers Training College.
Harrison College 10, Queen's College 17, Barbados Community College 3, and the St. Michael's School received their first 2 exhibition winners. Ladies and gentlemen, 40 of these 55 awards were in the areas of science and technology, 13 were in any subject combination, and 1 was in theatre arts.
At the same time, a whopping 32 students, compared to 19 last year, will be awarded exhibitions.
Harrison College, 12 scholarships. Queen's College, 10 scholarships. And I'm pleased to announce that the St. Michael's School has its first Barbados scholar.
Barbados Today spoke to some of the elated scholarship winners.
A very proud moment for you and for your school as well.
Good afternoon. The nursery school I went to was Sunrise Prep. I then went to St. George Primary School. Then I went to the St. Michael's School, and I planned to study medicine at UWI, either Monarch if it would haven't decided yet.
I'm very proud and I am very appreciative of my award of a Barbados Scholarship this year. I want to just thank everyone who's helped me get this far, including, first of all, God, and my family and friends, especially Harrison College and my school. My teachers have lent continuous support and dedication, not only over these last 2 years of sixth form, but the entire 7 years at Harrison College. So I really want to extend my warm gratitude to them.
I felt ecstatic, and it still feels surreal to me, but you know, all in all, I'm thankful. I thank God, I thank my parents, my grandfather Roger Chase, and all the people at Arthur Smith Primary School, Miss Hoyt, Miss Seeley, Miss Christie, Uncle, Mr. Marshall, Miss Jamont. I'd also like to thank all the staff and the auxiliary staff at Queen's College for shaping me into the young man that I am today.
In sports, the Barbados Tridents are rearing to go for the Caribbean Premier League following a 5-day training camp at the 3Ws Oval. The camp brought together overseas and Barbadian players for a series of net sessions along with a practice match geared towards ensuring optimal readiness for competition, which runs from August 8th to September the 16th. Head coach Robin Singh says identifying roles as well as assessing the mettle and skill set of the team were the main goals of the intensive session. Tridents boasts experienced players like Australian Steve Smith, South African Hashim Amla, Dwayne Smith and Captain Jason Holder, but also have in their ranks rookies including Dominique Drakes, Shamar Holder, Shamar Springer and Tion Webster. Singh says the team's energy is fantastic and they're hoping to break their 3-year run without a trophy.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. The Antigua and Barbuda government joins the debate over the recent decision by Ross University to relocate to Barbados. In a statement, Prime Minister Gaston Brown said Antigua and Barbuda recognizes the monumental role played by Ross University to the Dominican economy. He expressed concern that its move will significantly impact employment, foreign exchange earnings, and air arrivals. As a result, Brown is pledging to stand by Dominica and provide certain incentives that would enable Roseau to remain attractive to Ross University. He said this could include lowering or even eliminating transit taxes that students are now required to pay. And on the international scene, 4 people, including 2 police officers, were killed in a shooting in eastern Canada today in the latest eruption of gun violence across that country, which has led to calls for weapons bans in the cities. More in this report from Reuters Television.
Gunfire erupted in the small city of Fredericton in eastern Canada early Friday morning. By the time it was over, 4 people were dead, including 2 police officers. David McCubry was in his home when the gunshots rang out.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was like firecrackers or a car going off or something, so it was 3 shots initially. They woke me up around 7:07. Then I went and used the washroom, and it continued about 5 minutes later. And I was like, okay, this isn't kids playing. This is actually something serious. So I called the police.
Police say that a suspect who sustained serious injuries during the incident is in custody. They've said little about the circumstances of the shooting, and neither the names of the suspect nor of the victims have been released. The Fredericton shooting comes just 3 weeks after a gunman walked down a busy Toronto street, killing 2 people and wounding 13 others before taking his own life. The gun violence has sparked a debate in Canada about a weapons ban in cities. Canada has strict gun laws, but a proliferation of weapons has led to an increase in gun-related crimes in recent years.
And that's news and sports, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izubi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Now, you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic weekend.